Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. Spellweaver and the Doomstalker have successfully done the Spellweaver quest. That means we're pretty much just waiting for them to level up. In fact, both of their quests have been taken care of. In the last episode, we upgraded our fire orbs, so we've got the additional range and the additional target. That's really good. That's a fair bit of money going out, and we're going to be able to recoup it, but it means that the whole thing is a lot more usable just in the short term. So we're looking for a little bit of experience, we're looking for a little bit of money. I think we'll probably go after some Fellhounds, because this has got some unstable explosives in it, and we love unstable explosives. We're probably going to buy them at some point and give them back to the Plague Herald. Let's just double check. Plague Herald is currently using, one set of unstable explosives and a volatile bomb. So this is just strictly better than that. Well, I mean, on the fact that allies can suffer damage, but I'm never going to throw it at a point where allies are. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Let's take you off, and we'll get on the road. An encounter. As you continue along your path, an old woman steps out and asks us what we want. Always we want gold. 16 gold. Seen that before, it's always welcome. The mayor of the local town informs you of increasing number of attacks from wild hounds. He explains wild dogs have always been a small problem, but recently they're foaming at the mouth, and bite from them makes people go mad with rage after a few days. Many people have been quarantined until the dogs can be dealt with, and he points you in the direction of a patch of forest where they seem to originate from. You head in that direction, and as you pass through the edge of the undergrowth, you hear the snarling and growling of dogs. Press onwards. Okay, I think Die Hard is probably not going to happen, so we'll try for Professional on the Spellweaver. And as for the Doomstalker, we'll go for Hoarder, because I always love grabbing gold piles. Interesting, we're going to have Cultists on this. Cultists, Hounds, and Elite Hounds. Now, just completing this mission is going to be enough for the Spellweaver to level up. So we're going to get someone new for next episode. But for now, let's see how much we can do. The forest opens out to an area with an unpleasant sight. Hounds feasting on bloated corpses. No wonder they're diseased. Ugh. As you press forward to kill the dogs, the corpses rise up. Necromancy! Well, the dogs are not well. Best to try and avoid being bitten. So, the hounds all have poisonous attacks. We have 3 cultists and 2 hounds immediately in front of us. I really want to do fire orbs, and I want to hit all 3 of these guys. So we're going to have to do flashing burst and fire orbs. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3. Yeah, we can hit all of them and someone else. Cool. I like that as an opening start. We're going to race to the grave someone. Let's say this one. And we'll do fresh kill on it as well to try and really emphasize the damage we're putting in, with the option of repositioning that onto one of the cultists if the cultists decide they're going to summon someone. The cultists aren't summoning, but they are doing a little bit of healing, which is annoying. So, race to the grave on you. And fresh kill. It's a solid hit. It's not going to be enough to kill him, unfortunately, but it's pretty darn good. Okay, step on in. Fire orbs. We want eagle eye goggles. We don't care about piercing bow. We want minor mana potion. 1, 2, 3. I could go for this one. What are the rules doing? Moving 4. I think going for this one is a smarter choice, though, in terms of spreading out what our team can do, because I can always go invisible with the Spellweaver. And that'll stop a lot of the trouble with the attacks as well. So yeah, we'll go for you, and then we'll probably go invisible after this. Good hit. That's pretty good all in all. So we'll go invisible, and we'll let these guys do what they're going to do. Not worth using the shadow armor on that. The poison's annoying, but we can walk that off. This healing is going to be annoying as well, but again, there's not a great deal we can do beyond just keep beating on them. Right. Cold fire on these two, I think, is a nice, smart choice. I'd like to go fast, but there's no guarantee it's going to happen. So let's actually just go cold fire as it is, and elemental aid is probably not going to be that useful. Summoning a Mystic Ally could be good. I think probably a little bit of maneuverability from reviving ether is what we're gonna want. There's only 2 rooms, so honestly it's not gonna be too bad. This guy will die on his turn. We want to go before him if we can. So we want to get Frightening Curse so we can start transferring things. And in addition, it would be nice to have an attack, but I don't think we've got any attacks on the bottom. No, but we could do a Moment's Peace. So Frightening Curse and a Moment's Peace. If this guy moves first, then there's not really much we're going to be able to do about that. He'll die. We'll not get to transfer it to someone else. Cultists and hounds are moving before any of us. Okay. A little painful, but it's fine. They're standing nice and close together at least. So we'll be able to do it. Yes, I am definitely using shadow armor for that one. And this one just dies. Okay, well, we may as well put Frightening Curse out. And these guys are going to explode when they die. This one is unlikely to die right now. We're going to do 3 damage to him. And even if he does die, I don't care enough to, like, run away. So let's just get the money for now. Get rid of that poison. Okay. Extra damage. Let's hit all 3 of them. Okay, turns out he did die. So that's going to be a 3 damage hit on us. Oh, which thankfully rolled low. Oh, even more money for us to think about getting. I'm not actually going to run all the way down here to grab this. I'm going to sit just up here. There's nothing for us to grab on the other side. So we're going to be near the door. And that's still pretty good. Okay, Engulfed in Flames, nice hit on you. And we'll do Elemental Aid down here just to pass the time. Moment's Peace would have been our looting skill, so we're just going to have to move slowly through these. I don't think it's worth us putting any dooms out right now. If we'd opened this door, actually, we could put Inescapable Fate on someone in the far room, but we'll leave that alone. So, Flight of Flame, that'll let us put a trap down, and Detonation will just move a teeny bit. Okay, he is summoning, so it would be good to kill him if we can. I don't know if we're going to get lucky if we didn't. Well, shield down here. Down goes the trap. Actually, come and grab the one right at the back. Well, we're going to be moving slowly, that's for certain. So, ride the wind, aid from the ether. We'll probably end up just doing a bit of healing. Down here, a solid bow is range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's more than enough. And we could Relentless Offensive, actually, and start him bleeding out. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, he's going to do some nasty shenanigans. And he's going to move, so we may as well leave him where he is so he hits the Spellweaver and then the Spellweaver can heal up afterwards. That's a fine enough hit. Ow. Ow. It's fine. It's no problem. Heal up. Step on in. Grab the money. Okay, long rest for the Spellweaver. We don't care about the skeleton enough to actually fight them. We'll do a solid bow down here to try and shoot him, and Rain of Arrows to just like step on and grab that. Look at him doing all of his little healing stuff. And we'll just step onto here. So here's our healing, and we will lose aid from the ether, I think. We're not really struggling too much right now. It would be nice to move slowly enough that we can just hit that guy without needing to spend much on him. Maybe we'll just do elemental aid and heal ourselves up. Yeah, we'll do Ride the Wind and elemental aid. And down here, Swift Trickery, we'll be able to shoot him, and Inescapable Fate will move us closer. Hey, look at that. We got the +1 we needed. Well, let's actually do the healing down here. And I don't think we'll push in this turn. I think we'll do it next turn. Okay, we want to do Engulfed in Flames, so we generate fire. Reviving Ether is going to give us the movement to do shenanigans in there. I think we can probably get away with a short rest on the Doomstalker. Yeah, we can lose Darkened Skies. We want to go slightly after 44. So let's say Relentless Offensive. No, let's say Flight of Flame and Inescapable Fate, and we'll doom someone in the other room. We could doom them with Race to the Grave. If we use Inescapable Fate for having 2 dooms active, all the dooms are on the bottom, so it would take us a long time to really see a benefit from that. you know, let's tag someone with detonation instead. That'll be fun. Okay, here we go. Bounce. Okay, passing into a second clearing, you spot cultists performing a ritual. So this is the source of the outbreak. Indeed it is, and most of them are clustered together quite nicely. They are going to move, and really come in. Which is a problem. Cultists are going to move a bit less. So if we stand here, they'll kind of come around a little bit there. Which is not great for next turn, but it's fine enough. Looking at the gold in there and thinking we could jump in and we could be in there, but no, that feels like that's just asking for trouble. Right, big one, you're going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd have to go really far away to get away, and even then we wouldn't really get away. But we could come to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would get... Yeah, I think that would get them positioned as well as they can be. So come all the way back. We're not going to end up with this going off this turn, unfortunately. Ooh, yeah. Which is a mistake. That is a mistake. It's not got a high enough range. Skip the attack. Oh well. Got lucky with that one. Okay, they haven't gone how I wanted anyway, so we're going to doom you. And we're going to create a trap here, and next turn we're going to pull these guys around. So Flash and Burst, Cold Fire will just do direct damage, I think. We need Relentless Offensive. And we could... We could do a Moment's Peace to get a teeny bit of healing just to help out. We're moving slow with that though. This could end up hurting. Oh yeah, they're all going quick. Attack 7. No, thank you. We will lose Engulfed in Flames and Ride the Wind. Okay, well, we're going to have to step away a teeny bit, otherwise we're going to suffer retaliation death. So let's back up. Go for the advantage hit. That's a really good hit. That is such a pain. Well, that's kind of well, actually, we can use this trap still. So we're going to back up over here. And we're going to hit you and you. So they're both wounded. If we pull this one, he will directly suffer a wound. That's a good choice. And we'll pull him onto both of them, so he's gonna... Maybe I should have done it the other way. But no, too late. Can I undo and pick you instead? No, we've got to do it. I shouldn't be suffering any retaliation damage for this. Because he's died. Maybe it's because it was the trap that killed him. It matters not. It's got to be a short rest for the Spellweaver. We need to do Reviving Ether. So Flashing Burst, Reviving Ether, we're just going to step away and get our cards back. Over here, we need to put Race to the Grave on someone. And then I think probably Fresh Kill on the Wolf. Don't like the cultists summoning more things. Fine, we're gonna... stick to the plan. Which, unfortunately, hasn't gone the way we wanted anyway. Okay, Reviving Ether. And we're going to get our cards back and back off. It's going to be fire orbs. It's going to be fire orbs, and I think we'll use... We don't really have a movement skill anymore. Fire orbs has got a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have to get closer. Yeah, if we move too closer, at the moment, that's all we need. So, let's say Engulfed in Flames and Fire Orbs. We'll see how that goes. Over here, I feel like we need Swift Trickery on this guy. Try and help him along his way. Rain of Arrows would be great, but we can't do Swift Trickery and Rain of Arrows on the same turn. So let's say Inescapable Fate will allow us to move away just a little bit so we get a better shot on this guy. Ah, man, they are moving quick. If we're muddled, there's no reason for us to step away from him. So we'll just do a direct Swift Trickery. And we will transfer this Doom Curse onto this guy, get him killed faster. And then we may as well grab money. We're going to use the piercing bow. 1, 2, 3. It looks like it can't actually hit that guy, so we'll just do the 4 that we can hit. That's good. I don't feel hard done by for that. Cold Fire, we'll try and do what we can. And Aid from the Ether, let's get a bit of a blocker in front of us. Over here, we'll just do these 2 because that's all we've got on the table. Shielding and healing. These guys are so annoying. Look Look at that, fully healed. That is a bit painful. That is also quite painful. He's going to die anyway. So I don't feel like there's any point in doing anything with him. If we do Rain of Arrows, we would get another attack, but I think we'll actually just directly hit this guy. Stefan. He could have been taken out the other way. That was a mistake. Okay, if we're going to be doing Cold Fire, I would love it to be on these two over here, but it's not going to happen. He's going to die anyway, so we'll try and get bit on the Skeleton. And of course we get the minus. That's unfortunate. Let's get a friend out. Nope, we're going to lose Fresh Kill and Inescapable Fate. Time to start burning cards liberally. Short rest. Sure, we can lose Flight of Flame. Okay, you're going to die on your turn. These two are the biggest problem. Relentless Offensive will take care of them. Swift Trickery and Relentless Offensive. And we can reposition as we need. Living Bones are going to do nasty stuff. Cultist is going to die before he has a chance. So maybe actually we target this and one of the Skellybobs. And we could back to here and still be in range. Buys us a little bit of time. Not much time. We're fine taking 2 damage right now. That's annoying. Let's lose... jeez. Let's lose Engulfed in Flames and Cold Fire. We are running out, is my worry. And there's not much we can do about it. We can get rid of your poison. And then we can, like, step to here. Spellweaver, if you do a long rest, you can still burn cards to buy time. If we do a short rest, we could get 1 hit off with, like, a flashing. Let's do a short rest. Oh, no. Redraw that. We'll lose Elemental Aid. So we're going to try and move before these guys. We kind of need to do a Moment's Peace in order to heal up a little bit. So we'll try Solid Bow and a Moment's Peace. They are getting lucky with their targeting too. That was not what we needed. Get as much money as possible. At this point, that is the smart choice. I'm only going to move 2. We could actually get away. Actually, we could get out of range. Of this one. and shoot this one and hope to kill him. It's range 5. We can go further. Nice distraction, that's what it was. Okay, we could step forwards and we could put a detonation trap there. If we move before him. Which we do. So, skip the rest of movement. Put that there. Now we can do a long rest. He's going to have to come at us, but this gives us an advantage. And we will heal up quite nicely, and we will lose Rain of Arrows. Okay, this is now fine. Race to the grave, and relentless. No, actually, let's go further. Let's go Swift Trickery. We're gonna doom him because he can't heal that up, and then we can just go around and start gathering up money. We can't do both. I mean, we could shoot him. Could shoot him with Race to the Grave. It is range 5. How far is he going to move? He's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's go for this one over here. Yeah, he's dead. I don't care if we're only getting 1 extra bit of gold. We win the scenario, that's the important thing. It seems the cultists were using hounds to spread a disease that turns people into the undead. Probably best if you torch everything here. Didn't quite manage the professional and the spellweaver, but with 10 ability XP and what we got for the mission, the level up is guaranteed. There we go, quest complete. We got the unstable explosives design, 10 gold and 6 XP. Like 67 gold is pretty nice. In fact, both of them got level ups. Well, that's a turn up for the books. Let's do the trainer first. So the Doomstalker has laid 20 traps. We don't need to keep putting them down. That is another perk in our bank. So very welcome. And then of course down here we've got that unstable explosives design. So Spellweaver will do you first. At level 6 we have the choice of Living Torch, which is pretty darn nice. It's like a remote burn light in order to nuke everything nearby. Also that's unresistible damage, so that's always fun. Or Frozen Night, and this is attack 4 in a cone which is expandable and also like got invisibility on the bottom. I'm going to be taking this. Frozen Night is my kind of thing, and it generates frost. So we'll go for Frozen Night, and I think we'll actually swap out Cold Fire because Frozen Night is just plain better. Now it is a cone from you, so it's not better in the sense that it's going to directly. In fact, maybe we have both. We would need something else gone in order to get it in, which would mean getting rid of fire orbs, really, or Ride the Wind. Because that way we've got the option of using Cold Fire for stun as well. And I do quite like that. In terms of perks, We've already got the 2 frosts in there, so there's no extra benefit to be had from that. Let's put Zenith in. That gives us a light and a dark, so we've got the potential of activating the invisibility. And in terms of like how the Spellweaver's doing, Frozen Night does have a lot of potential upgrades, but they're very expensive. Very, very expensive. So you're done for now, Spellweaver. Doomstalker. Let's do your level ups. Where is my list? There we go. At level 6, we want Nature's Hunger. That's this one. When the enemy dies, you and all allies perform a heal 2. It's got a lot of potential use. This, I do like Camouflage. It's not a huge attack. But the fact that it's got invisible on both top and bottom, it could see a lot of very cool usage. Especially if you were to put like a wound on the top for Camouflage. That could be very, very powerful. But we're going to take Nature's Hunger because I love, firstly, the Toad. Look at that, 7 health, and it causes stun. It's pretty cool. We will take off. Let's have a look. Are we going to keep Swift Trickery? I don't think we're going to keep Swift Trickery. No, so Swift Trickery could go. In fact, let's work out from my list. I think Rain of Arrows is going to go. So we'll put on Nature's Hunger instead. And then we have the 2 perks available to us. Getting rid of the +0s. And having a little poison could be very cool. I do like that. Immobilize I don't care that much about. Technique could be very good. Daze could also be very good. But I think this, for now, is awesome. So, Spellweaver, you are done with swapping the Sawbones in instead of you. And down here on the Doomstalker, we're going to swap out for the Tinkerer. So we have, once again, got level 5s on the team. And that means we're going to be able to go after the various missions. Prison Painting Party and the Demonic Dissertation. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.